What's up, Solid Button 5 Watchers? Today we're going to be playing Phobia 1.5. I've heard a little bit about this game. I played it a couple times. Actually, just one time. It was pretty cool. So, I wanted to try out a horror game on the YouTube channel. So, yeah, let's get into it. So this game is like supposed to be scary. I don't think it's very long. I don't remember it being very long, so we're just gonna play through it, see how far we get before the video timer. There's like a story. He's like in the snow. It's pretty cool. It's one of the best stories that I've seen in the game. He finds like a house, and then he walks through the door, and then that's where we pick up. Alright. I don't remember that. There's a building. It's been a while since I played this. I don't really remember how to do too much. This is a interesting area. Alright, we need a tool to get into the shed. Matches. We will grab these matches. Alright, so this is the front door, I think. I'm not really too big of a reader. I don't really read anything in my game, so just gonna skim everything. Wait, it's not the front door. What is that then? There's two of them. Ooh. Yeah, we'll find our tool down here, surely. It's like a... I wonder if this is like the kind of family that keeps their tools in the basement instead of the shed. There's the keypad. Power switch. Is there a lantern here? The music's doing some weird things. I don't really get it. Nothing's happening. I can see this lead. Maybe someone here. We'll go back down there when we have the code. Alright, what's this door? Okay. I wonder what he means by out there, because that's not outside. So why would it be out there? Also, we have matches. This is the front door. Oh, this is front. Let's just walk. Where have I not been? That's just locked. It's gonna be like in the dark somewhere, I bet. Is there a way to open the inventory? Don't think so. I don't really get the point of the lean mechanic. That's the same. Okay, so this is... The game is kind of pointing me down here. And I don't really know why, because when I was down here, there was nothing in here. Maybe if I really look around in the dark. Oh, space is crouch. Interesting. Saucers. No. The code is around here. Oh. I just looked at the power switch without hitting it. Okay, what do we stream? Alright. So now, I bet the tool is going to be somewhere. All the lanterns went out too, when the power turned off. That's a little unrealistic. The lanterns should go out when the fire goes out. Alright, I can go in here. I remember this room a little bit. Now there was one more door that was like that. It might just be the same place, but check. There's something coming up. We can probably go upstairs now then. Word lock to the tool cabinet. Okay, so there's a password to get the tool we need. So that's just like a lore room. There's nothing in there. That one's locked. Okay. There might have been another way to go up here. Ah, that was the bathroom. Okay. So nothing upstairs. What about this? No. It was a cabinet that we were looking for. Maybe this is it. The tool to get that open. Is it? No. I don't think there's anything in here besides lore. Maybe the tool cabinet was one of the... Well, no, because it said word password. Let's go back upstairs and see if we miss anything. The broken floorboard there is a little suspicious, I think. Maybe there's something else in here. This one's quite good. Obviously that node doesn't have a password. Might be bad. Let's inspect some cabins. See if we can find another one. This one doesn't have anything interactable. These ones aren't anything. This doesn't have anything. Over here doesn't have anything. Let's see if the text change. No. How is this snow inside when it's glass? We could use one of these tools, or that tool. Different tools specifically. Maybe you have something. I think that's called a grandfather clock. Grandfather clock. From Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia that anyone can edit. A grandfather clock, also a long case clock, tall case clock, grandfather's clock, hall clock, or floor clock, is a tall, freestanding, weight-driven pendulum clock with the pendulum held inside the tower or waist of the case. Clocks of this style are commonly 1.8 to 2.4 meters, 6 to 8 feet, tall with an enclosed pendulum it weights, suspended by either cables or chains that have to be occasionally calibrated to keep the proper time. The case often features elaborately carved ornamentation on the hood or bonnet, which surrounds and frames the dial, or clock face. The English clockmaker William Clement is credited with developing the form in 1670. Pendulum clocks were the world's most accurate timekeeping technology until the early 20th century. Furthermore, long case clocks, due to their superior accuracy, served as time standards for households and businesses. Today, they are kept mainly for their decorative and antique value, having been superseded by analog and digital timekeepers. Naming. The Oxford English Dictionary states that the popular 1876 song, My Grandfather's Clock, is responsible for the common name, grandfather clock, being applied to the long case clock. The song was composed by American songwriter Henry Clay Worth, who discovered a long case clock in the George Hotel in Piercebridge, County Durham, England. When he asked about the clock, he was informed that it had two owners. After the first owner died, the clock became inaccurate, and when the second owner died, the clock stopped working altogether. The story inspired Henry to create the song. Grandfather clocks are of a certain height, generally at least 1.9 meters, 6 feet 3 inches, There are also so-called grandmother and granddaughter clocks, which are slightly shorter. Let's see if there's anything else here. Origin. The advent of the long case clock was due to the invention of the anchor escapement mechanism by Robert Hooke in about 1658. Before adopting the anchor mechanism, pendulum clock movements used an older verge escapement mechanism, which required very wide pendulum swings of about 80 to 100 degrees. Long pendulums with such wide swings could not be fitted within a case, so most freestanding clocks had short pendulums. The anchor mechanism reduced the pendulum swing to around 4 to 6 degrees, allowing clockmakers to use longer pendulums, which had slower beats. They consumed less power, allowing clocks to run longer between windings, caused less friction and wear in the movement, and were more accurate. Almost all long case clocks use a seconds pendulum, also called a royal pendulum, meaning each swing, or half period, takes 1 second. They are about 1 meter, 3 feet 3 inches long, to the center of the bob, requiring a long, narrow case. The case predated the anchor clock by a few decades, appearing in clocks by 1660, allowing to allow a long drop for the powering weights. However, once the seconds pendulum began to be used, the long case proved perfect for housing it as well. British clockmaker William Clement, who disputed credit for the anchor escapement with Robert Hooke, had made the first long case clocks by 1680. Later the same year, Thomas Tompion, the most prominent British clockmaker, was making them too. Long case clocks spread rapidly from England to other European countries and Asia. The first long case clocks, like all clocks prior to the anchor escapement, had only one hand, an hour hand. The increased accuracy made possible by the anchor motivated the addition of the minute hand to clock faces in the next few decades. Between 1680 and 1800, the average price of a grandfather clock in England remained steady at £1.10. In 1680, that was the amount paid by an average working family for a year's rent, so the purchase of clocks was confined to the wealthy. By 1800, wages had increased enough to let many lower middle-class households own grandfather clocks. Modern long case clocks use a more accurate version of the anchor escapement called the deadbeat escapement. Maybe it's downstairs again. Haven't looked down here in a little bit. Can't do anything with the power switch. If we interact with the door. No. Nothing there. There is something else. I wonder what that was. Deluxe. I think this game kind of reminds me of E.T., I think it was called. But there's like no weirdness. It's just a house that goes in a circle. somewhere around here. It's gotta be. Maybe the bathroom holds something that we have not seen yet. If only I knew how to open the menu that gives me my notes, thoughts. Nothing. Okay. But the objective is to look for a bed, so we should look for a bed. I did just read there. I am just walking around in circles. If only I could use the knife. It would be over so much easier. That goes back inside. Gotta be in here. Oh. This looks like a false wall. Looks like a lip on it. It'll open maybe. Oh, that's what this does. Wait a minute. Okay. I have a theory. If we go to the newspaper, maybe the year on the newspaper is the combination. So let's see what's on the newspaper. Well, no, because it's not like a put-in code, it's a... No, and I interacted with that before. So that's not it. gonna feel so smart when I finally find this. That's a year before the newspaper, which is interesting. Because we got 8 more minutes to find the next one. I guess we can go down here and give it one last pass, then end the video. I remember there being more to this game, but I don't think there is, honestly. I think it might just be unfinished. There's just no tool. It seems finished, but I know. Alright guys, I might make a part 2 of this. I don't really know. Maybe if somebody helps me out in the comments, or gives me a little bit of direction elsewhere, I'll let you know. Alright. Like and subscribe. I keep forgetting to say before the end of the video, but yeah, like and subscribe, comment Scarey if you were scared by this video, comment traumatized if you were traumatized by this video, comment house if you liked the layout of the house. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video.